YouTube? I am Sharonc. If this is your first time here, if it is not, thank you so much for coming back. To all of y'all, please continue to like and subscribe, and make sure y'all leaving comments. Y'all, like, I want to talk to y'all. I want to engage with y'all. I want to answer y'all questions. I want to hear y'all feedback. If y'all have anything else that y'all want me to talk about or touch on, be sure to leave it in the comments. I'm going to read them. I'm going to comment back, and I want to give y'all what y'all want. So thank you again. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. So jumping into the video, as you can see by the title, I'm going to be doing just a little discussion on my recent travel experience to Cuba. So if you haven't already, I've already done part one. So part one, I kind of focus more on like the logistics of the trip. So flights, where we stayed, foreign exchange, all that other good stuff. And so this video, I want to focus more on when we were there, what life was like, and answer some of those other questions that kind of like tackle life in Cuba. So let's jump into it. So the first question that I got asked so much, y'all, like so much, was, is it safe? Now, I know we have, like, for a long time, we weren't allowed to go at all. So we don't really have a good picture of what Cuba is like. And just in short, the answer is absolutely yes. I have not been to one place where I felt more safe than Cuba. And that sounds kind of weird, but like legit, like everywhere we went, we felt safe. Never a point in like questioning, like, are we safe? Is this cool? Should we go here? Are the people cool? Hi. Yes. A lot of times, like, the streets are not well lit at all. So a lot of times walking to like in and out of restaurants, it looks like the street looks like a little dark alleyway. Like, that's how dark it is. And the streets are really small. But even with that, like, I never felt like threatened. I never felt like fearful or any of that. And I will say, like, before we left, my mom was in a panic. Like, sis, drying me out. She was so scared. Like, she just was so afraid because of the things that she had seen, I guess, over the years about Cuba. I'm not really sure, but she was uneasy, okay? Uneasy. And when we got there, I'm like, you feel all right? And she's like, yeah, I feel all right. And like randomly I would ask her, and she's like, yeah, like, it's cool. Like, it's beautiful. I feel good. So if my mama felt safe, child is safe, because she could be a little dramatic. The weather was beautiful. So we went in November, the end of November, through like the very beginning of December. So I think that is considered their dry season. So we didn't really have any rain. Like, our first day there, not the day we arrived, but the second full day we had there, it was rain in the forecast, and it drizzled, but like we went on a walking tour at the same time, like that same day, and we didn't get no rain. Like, I ain't feel no rain. Like, I know they were saying it was raining, or it was supposed to rain all day, but I didn't feel the rain. Like, you know, it was hot, but it wasn't like really muggy and humid and like overwhelming. Like, I've been to a bunch of places, but like DR, for example, like hot, like stuffy hot. Like, you just be like, oh my gosh, like, let's just go sit down in the air conditioner for like an hour or two. Like, so 3, the people. So the culture, man, no matter where I went, everybody was just like so overwhelmingly nice, and like just like real free, and just like living life, and just like so vibrant, and like, we just chilling, we just living life. And I loved every bit of it. Let me tell you, I lived for that. Like before I left, I was like, bro, I'm gonna get to Cuba and starve. Sis is about to lose a whole 20 pounds, okay? And I'm like, well, what did I miss? Because everywhere we went, the food was good. Went to LaGuardia, which is the restaurant with like the really beautiful staircase. So if you've ever seen it, it's like a rooftop restaurant, and it got a beautiful staircase. Most people try to take pictures in the staircase. And Beyonce and Jay-Z went there. Well, actually, Beyonce, Jay-Z, Obama, like everybody go there. But I just always remember Beyonce and Jay-Z like walking down the steps. But I went there for my birthday, and that was pretty good. Like, it wasn't like exceptional, and it wasn't the best food that I had since I was like my entire time there, but it was good. I had lobster, rice. We had like some fish tacos. Pretty okay. Breakfast, like our breakfast every day, we got breakfast cooked by our maid. I don't like to call her our maid. So our Airbnb provided us with a lady that came in every morning and cooked us breakfast and also cleaned our house. Boom. Breakfast was good. She made us like some plantains, and I don't usually like plantains, but them plantains was banging. Second day we went to the beach, and while we were like, when we came back, the driver that was bringing us back was like, "Are y'all hungry?" So we like, "Yeah, we hungry." And he was like, "Yo," he ain't say yo, but so he like, "I got I got this perfect place to take you. Like, it's really nice, it's new, the food is good." So this food was delicious. I'm definitely gonna insert the pictures and some videos. And so the place was just like, the place was a whole vibe. But when we got there, it just was a vibe. It was like a little outdoor, like patio kind of setup. And you could tell the people that was in there were like Cuban, like just some old school. They look like old school gangster kind of Cubans though. I was here for it, little kid, because I think I'm a gangster if y'all didn't know. But anyway. Then we also went to this other restaurant, and I can't think of the name of it, so I'm gonna insert that. But that one is like right next to the art factory. And when we went there, that was really good too. Like, but that was more so like, it's a rooftop, it's a whole vibe. It's more like modern, like something you would like swanky, like something you might see in like New York or like a bigger city. So totally opposite from the place that we went to before with like the outdoor patio, kind of like old school Cuban vibes. This one was more like just swanky, like it was like rooftop. So I know I said I ain't eat no beef while I was there, but I lied. I did eat beef. And it was good. Now, I know for sure it wasn't a cow because they already told me they don't cook cows. I don't know what animal it was, but it was pretty darn good. So Floridita is probably how they say it. But that's the place that's like home of the daiquiri. I think that's where the first daiquiri was made. And it's like a little pink place, like a little pink restaurant. And I've always heard that it's just like, it's very, very touristy. Like if you Google Cuba and food, that place is gonna come up. Or if you probably just Google Cuba period, it's gonna come up. And just like have an open mind with the food. It doesn't taste like the food here. And I've never had Cuban food in the States, so I can't say if it tastes like Cuban American food, but it was good. Like the food was good. Like I know people say, like I've read of plenty of places or saw plenty of people say that the food wasn't good. In my opinion, it was good, and I'm picky. So maybe if you just go to the places that I tell you to go to, you'd be all right. So things to do. So we did. Cuba is not touristy, right? So it's not like you gonna go there and like, if you go to like an all-inclusive Mexico or Jamaica or something like that, and like the first day, like you getting bombarded with all these tour guides trying to tell you to do this excursion and that excursion. It ain't that. So the first thing we did, so make sure you go to a beach. So we went to the Santa Maria beach. But Santa Maria is the one that's closest. And then we also did like it's called the Afro-Cuban tour. It was just a very it was very enlightening, and at the end of it I felt very grateful that I did it. At the time there were points where I was like, Lord, am I supposed to be doing this? Please forgive me and keep me covered in the name of Jesus. Then we also did like a photo shoot because I'm extra and I like to take pictures, and I just wanted to capture some beautiful pictures in such a beautiful place. And then our host at the Airbnb, she took us on another walking tour. So we actually did like a half walking tour and half like car tour. So like you can do like an old school, so you get in an old school and you drive around the city, and they give you a little bit of history and all that other good stuff. Y'all have to go to the art factory. So it's called like Fabrique des Art. I'm going to insert that because I don't know if I said it right, but that thing was a vibe. That was one of the best things that we did there as well. Like, it's huge. And so we went straight from like the restaurant that we were at that I was telling you about, the Swanky Rooftop restaurant. It's literally right next door. And so we were like, oh, well, can y'all just transfer us over from there to there because the lines be crazy? And so they were like, yeah, we'll do it. And they was trying to charge us $20 per person to do that. And we was like, the entrance fee is $2 or $2 say. Why would we pay y'all 20? And they just like, well, if you want VIP, they ain't got no sections, they ain't no bottles, we not doing that. So we looked at the line, and the line was literally wrapped around, and we were like, yo, let's just call our driver and go back home. And so then we were like, let's just go see what it's like. So we started to walk around, and as we were walking around, we saw this other like family that was there, and their Airbnb host, and they saw us at the restaurant, and they saw me smoking a Cuban, and they were like, oh, you was smoking a Cuban, come on, you with us. So we got in line with them, and so we didn't like, it's not like we jumped a far ahead in line, but we jumped a good bit, but the line went like that low. And if you see the line, don't be afraid and don't leave, stay in the line. Like, as long as you go around like the 10 o'clock hour, you got a good chance of getting out of the line quickly. Yeah, like, so you go in there, it's huge, and it's like 4 or 5 different levels. Maybe it's 4 levels, and it's just like art. It's like an art showcase, like different rooms you could go in for art here, and then it's like an art wall there, and then it's like little like kind of like mini exhibits, and then like you can go in this other room where it's like a club. Straight up club, like a house party kind of club. It's worth every minute of it. Do it. Make sure, like, out of all things, like, if you can do anything, make sure y'all hit up a beach, and make sure y'all hit up the art factory. And then of course, like everything else, like every part of the trip was beautiful. So I would say, like, just try to like live it up, try to fully experience it, try to be with the locals a lot more than just in your own little crew. And yeah, so that's it. So that was my travel experience. I hope y'all got a good picture of what Cuba is like. I hope y'all go book a flight to Cuba, and I hope y'all can come back and comment in the sections at some point and tell me y'all either went, or if you have been, tell me your experience, because I heard that it's changed so much over the years. Some people had way different experiences than I did. So I would love to hear about yours if you've been. I'm going to insert some pictures and videos. I hope y'all enjoy, and I will see y'all back here on the next video. Peace.
About to leave, already packing, come with me, I'm not really asking, we'll get away to a place where we don't know.